All right. What's going on this morning? Got some major events going on in the world. Hope you guys are doing well on this Friday. Let's knock out some business. First of all, thanks to our sponsor, BlockFi. If you're looking for crypto, if you're looking to earn more crypto, you're looking to earn interest on your crypto, BlockFi is the place to go. I'm currently earning 6.6% APY on my Bitcoin holdings and 8.6% on my GUSD holdings. That's APY. I'm compounding it using their Flex strategy, which I think is really cool. It's an in-kind interest payment. They pay you every month, and that payment is just a few days away. I'll tell you, it's something to look forward to, and pretty amazing to see when it hits your account. I've been doing this for years. I've got a lot of confidence in BlockFi, so I don't personally endorse a lot of things, but Zach and Flory and the whole team over at BlockFi, they're doing a lot of great things. Had a monster month, huge raise, backed by Peter Thiel's Villar and Morgan Creek Capital. You've got the Winklevoss twins in there as well, and many other high-profile Tier 1 investors. So BlockFi, easy to use, safe, high yield, no minimum. Check it out. They're always running all kinds of really cool specials, and I think they just launched their ACH program. I think the minimum's set at $5,000 right now, $5,000 a day maybe. And I use that program with Gemini actually, and it's at $100,000 a day. So I would expect that BlockFi will increase the minimum on ACH, which makes it easier for you to just move money. Kind of doing traditional wires, you still have to call the bank, you still have to authorize the wire. It could take some time to have happen. With ACH, it happens pretty immediately. And in Gemini, actually, they credit your account. So not only will they do an ACH transfer, but the funds are available immediately. And then it resolves or releases your crypto exchange or your ACH transfer in 5 days. So, hey, not a bad deal. Check it out. I know we went back and forth between BlockFi and Gemini, but I really like to see the collaboration and the kind of best of both worlds occurring. And Zach and Flory are all over it. So let's get into some news today. I was intrigued by a consumer spending article that came out. This is in the Wall Street Journal. Consumer spending likely grew in July as labor markets improved. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. Yeah, I believe my mic's working. Yeah, mic's working. Wave of new coronavirus infections last month seen moderating strong pace of prior 2 months. U.S. consumer spending likely rose in July as the labor market continued to add jobs. Although economists caution that last month's expiration of the $600 in enhanced weekly unemployment benefits could dent household spending ahead. But we saw that was being shorn up by disaster relief and by the states. So it appears that $600 is still available for some people who need it, which is good. The Commerce Department will release data on July household income and spending on Friday. Economists surveyed by the Wall Street Journal expect consumer spending rose 2% in July from the prior month. So that's kind of good news. Anytime people are spending, it shows they have confidence. And if they have confidence, got cats running all over the place. Maybe there are good things to come in the future. That would mark a slowdown from the previous 2 months when spending rebounded strongly after collapsing amid coronavirus-related shutdowns. Consumer spending rose 5.6% in June and 8.6% in May. Economists say the wave of new coronavirus cases that swept the U.S. during July weakened the nascent economic recovery, even though nearly 2 million Americans joined the workforce. What we're seeing is a dichotomy between those who are employed and seem to be doing pretty well, and those who are not employed and are losing income, said David Burson, chief economist at Nationwide Mutual Insurance. Got a big Tesla stock split coming up for you, for all those out there who like to short Tesla. Watch out. It looks like the Tesla bulls are betting big again ahead of the stock split. Let's see what we got. A dizzying rally in Tesla Inc.'s. Tesla's up 3.97%, I think, this morning in futures trading. Shares have unleashed a burst of options activity tied to the stock jumping even higher. Tesla recently said it would enact a 5-for-1 stock split, making its widely popular stock even more accessible to individual investors. Trading on a split-adjusted basis will go into effect Monday. So far, though, access to Tesla stock doesn't appear to be a problem. Since August 11th, when the company unveiled plans for the split, shares have jumped 63%. I mean, that is absolutely mind-blowing. Tesla's stock jumped 63%, building on an already impressive surge this year and bringing its market value to more than $400 billion. Tesla shares have more than quintupled this year and closed at $2,238.75 Thursday as a record. I forget the woman who Pomp had on his show, and she was like a Tesla bull talking about a target of north of $2,000 for Tesla, and people literally thought she had lost her mind. Look at her. She's an absolute savage, and I'm sure she's moved her target way up. Investors have been scooping up call options tied to shares continue to advance. The ratio of put options bought relative to call options on Tesla hit a record low on August 21st, according to Garrett D. Simeone, head of quantitative research at data provider Option Metrics. Mr. D. Simeone analyzed Tesla options that are out of the money or far from the current stock levels. Some of the most actively traded options contracts in recent days have been bullish calls tied to shares jumping even higher to 2,400 or 2,500, Trade Alert data show. Call options give investors the right, but not the obligation, to buy shares at a specific price later in time. Puts confer the right to sell. So, look, Tesla's absolutely ripping. It's fun to watch. I often tell people shorting Tesla is like shorting humanity. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk and the stuff he's doing, and I wish him all the success in the world. So let's just keep going. A lot of news today that I want to cover, so let's keep cracking. Also, you got to check out the Going Parabolic store. I'll put a link in the description. We've got some really cool trucker hats. I just started to get delivery of stuff. Haven't got the sweatshirt that everyone was clamoring about. We only did a really limited run of it. We're working on designs, but trucker hat looks super cool. The T-shirt in army green is dope. I actually got it. Really nice quality. It's a good shirt. So if you're into kind of tees, like athletic tees to work out in, and you want to show people that you're like the smartest dude in the gym or the smartest dudette in the world, check out the Going Parabolic merch. Pretty great stuff. Let's see. So COVID-19, I had said this a while ago, that even if we get a vaccine, will people take the vaccine? And I thought that, the CDC and the Surgeon General should have launched a campaign long ago to start educating people on the vaccine safety and why you would even take this thing. I think people are seeing this as being rushed and could be botched. And there are a lot of people who aren't into vaccines. So, I don't have a position on it. My position is you choose what you want to put into your body. And if you want a vaccine, get a vaccine. It'd be great if we had very clear treatment options and safety protocols around this stuff. But here we go. COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy is a growing concern for researchers, health officials. Many Americans are reluctant or concerned about getting immunized against the coronavirus, including some at high risk of infection. Scientists and drug makers are beginning efforts to overcome American safety and other concerns about COVID-19 vaccines, while U.S. health authorities ready a campaign to encourage widespread uptake. As vaccine candidates advance closer to U.S. authorization, health and industry officials want to make sure as many people as possible get vaccinated to reach the level known as herd immunity that would protect even people who aren't immunized. Yet, large percentages of Americans, including those at high risk of contracting the virus, are reluctant, skeptical, or opposed to taking a vaccine. According to surveys and researchers, among the reasons, concerns about safety because of the quick development pace and government overreach. Right. This is just kind of, I think anyone with any type of moderate cognitive prowess would feel that way. You would simply say, look, is this politically motivated? Is the government just rushing to develop a vaccine as fast as they can so they continue to prop up their agenda? Or is this, a mechanism to protect the U.S. population and the global population from COVID? I hope the latter. I'm always an optimist, and I'm always hopeful of good intentions, but I also know better and know there are always subplots and other reasons people do things. So just be aware, do your research, take your time, and be safe. I mean, that's what this is all about. So I don't know if it's this way in your cities, but we certainly still have lots of small businesses boarded up in our communities. And there's an interesting article that showed up in the Wall Street Journal regarding this. So every morning when he unlocks the door to his New York City wine shop, the brown plywood covering one of its windows remains Sherman Peters of the night nearly 3 months, reminds, Sherman Peters of the night nearly 3 months ago when looters smashed the glass and stole an expensive bottle of cognac. It reminds me, someone looted me, said Mr. Peters, 48 years old, who has owned Rosetta Wines in Manhattan's financial district since 2010. I've had to think about the struggle to get it fixed, and on top of that, business is down. Some storefronts remain boarded up in cities across the country, even in places that haven't seen significant civil unrest since late May and early June, after the police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Business and building owners say delays in glass shipments, flagging sales because of the coronavirus pandemic, and in some cases, concerns over future unrest are all contributing to the slow removal of the plywood protections. Block by Block, a company that provides cleaning, hospitality, and security services to local businesses, business improvement districts, said that just over 1/4 of the 88 business improvement districts in major metro areas it surveyed still had boards on some businesses last week. Boarded up windows were common in the western half of the U.S. than in the East, the group said. Many store and property owners are paying close attention to developments in Wisconsin, where protests broke out after the police shooting of Jacob Blake, as well as to expected actions related to police killings in Louisville, Kentucky, I believe, and other cities that could trigger further unrest, said Blair McBride, president of Block by Block, a unit of SMS Holdings. I would check that out. I don't know if it's a private company or it's a public company, but sounds like an interesting company. in light of what's going on. Let's see. You probably have a lot of boards that are sitting in people's storerooms, Mr. McBride said. I think you're going to see boards come back up. Anyway, interesting phenomenon to see, these plywood boards in cities, and New York, from the outside looking in, doesn't look the same. I wonder, for those who live in the city, I haven't traveled to the city in 5-6 months. I wonder what it really looks like, what it feels like. I see some hopeful posts of people eating on the street, with restaurants putting, street side dining and dining in the street. Actually, it looks interesting to me, but I just can't imagine in these high rent districts that, need to turn tables, how they're surviving in this environment. So I'm hopeful, but boy, it's got to be challenging. It's got to be challenging. Then we had a few articles, or articles written in the Wall Street Journal that were kind of crypto related or cyber related, which I thought were really cool. The first one was the U.S. moved to seize cryptocurrency accounts linked to North Korean heists, which I thought was really, really interesting. Check out the article in World News, Wall Street Journal. In a first, officials say North Korean hackers hit a U.S.-based crypto company. U.S. authorities on Thursday moved to seize 280 cryptocurrency accounts they said were used by North Korean hackers who stole more than $250 million from cryptocurrency companies around the world, including one in the U.S. The U.S. Justice Department said accounts targeted in the civil forfeiture filing were used by the North Korean hackers and their Chinese agents to launder some of the money stolen from more than a dozen virtual currency exchanges, a series of cyber thefts over the past 2 years amounting to more than $300 million. Today's action publicly exposes the ongoing connection between North Korea's cyber hacking program and a Chinese cryptocurrency money laundering network, said Acting Assistant Attorney General Brian Rabbitt of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. The filing is the first publicly announced case of a U.S.-based virtual currency company being targeted by North Korea, officials said. The company, which the Justice Department said focused on the Algorand blockchain, is referred to in the filing only as Exchange 10. Algorand blockchain, hold on a second. Smart contracts for DeFi, the Algorand blockchain. Algorand smart contracts powering advanced, fast, scalable applications. Hold on. Algorand's layer 1 smart contract. Algorand smart contracts remove these barriers as a trusted, seamless solution that is not only high performing, but by being faster, scalable, cost-effective, but also functionally advanced to enable sophisticated application. What is this? Algorand. Who are part of this? I'm trying to find, yeah, here we go. Their team, Algorand. Silvio Micali. No, I think that may be a customer. When I click, yeah, here's the executive team. Yeah, Silvio Micali, Steve Kokonos, Sean Ford. So Steve Kokonos is the CEO. Steve is the CEO of Algorand and responsible for overall business vision and strategy. Steve is a serial entrepreneur, most recently co-founder and executive chairman of Fuse, where he was responsible for corporate strategy. Under his direction, the company transformed the way enterprises view collaboration as a key driver of business visibility. Interesting. I think I can share my screen. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let you guys see what I'm looking at here. Yeah. So here we are. There's Steve. Prior to Fuse, Steve was a co-founder of Blade Logic, a recognized leader in data center automation, market with a Fortune 500 client list. Prior to Blade Logic, Steve was co-founder and CEO of WebYes. All right, interesting. This guy looks familiar. Sean is the COO of Algorand, Chief Marketing Officer, Integration Management, a LogMelt. I don't know what that is. CMAX. No. All right, let's check this last dude real quick. Silvio, faculty at MIT, electrical engineer. I don't know. Maybe they were just a target. Let's go back to the article, see what we got here, because I'm not following. So Algorand said the company which the Justice Department said focused on the Algorand blockchain is referred to in the filing only as Exchange 10. Along with a flurry of other recent actions taken by other federal agencies Thursday, filing shows that even while top Trump officials say tensions with nuclear-armed Pyongyang have cooled, U.S. law enforcement and national security officials view North Korea as a significant threat to national security and the global financial system. Pyongyang's regime uses the proceeds from cyber theft to fund its military and its nuclear weapons program, according to United Nations experts and U.S. officials. Quote, North Korea flouts sanctions by hacking international financial networks and cryptocurrency exchanges to generate revenue that funds its weapons development activities. Oh, what a statement. General Paul Nakasone, the commander of the U.S. Cyber Command, wrote in a foreign affairs article co-authored with a senior cyber command advisor. North Korea's mission to the UN didn't immediately respond to a request for comment, but officials have previously denied the country's agents have hacked financial institutions. Justice Department and Internal Revenue Service agents said North Korea hackers used malware to gain entry to exchanges and steal from user accounts, then laundered the proceeds through Chinese middlemen. U.S. officials said the hackers were associated with one of the hacker collectives the U.S. says is run by North Korea's intelligence bureau. The so-called Lazarus Group, that's Lazarus Group, leaving digital footprints that led back to the country. In March, the Justice Department indicated and sanctioned 2 Chinese nationals accused of helping North Korean hackers launder the money stolen from the cryptocurrency exchanges. Federal prosecutors at the time accused them of helping the hackers convert the funds, including through exchanging the Bitcoin for prepared Apple iTunes gift cards. The U.S. Attorney Office in Washington also filed a civil action to seize related assets allegedly held in 113 virtual currency accounts. And the U.S. Treasury Department simultaneously blacklisted the 2 men. Within hours of the March forfeiture filing, authorities saw accounts linked to the alleged thefts that had been dormant for months being flushed, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Zia Faruqi. U.S. agents tracking money movements through those accounts discovered that the hackers had targeted several more currency exchanges and were laundering the proceeds from those cyber heists through accounts controlled by the same Chinese Bitcoin traders. Jesse Brooks, another assistant U.S. attorney in the National Security Division, said Thursday's case reflects the department's decision to target the use of virtual currency platforms for money laundering by nation states and terrorists. U.S. officials say that they have documented a pickup in North Korea's cyber attacks in recent months. U.S. and UN officials say North Korea relies on a range of sophisticated cyber capabilities to evade global sanctions and expand its regime's geopolitical relevance, as the country is otherwise shut out from international financial systems. This is very, very interesting stuff. I oftentimes say Bitcoin is a really terrible mechanism to launder money. Now, it is convenient, it's portable, it's transferable, it's divisible, and it's recognizable. It has value, but it's highly traceable, it appears, and it looks like we're catching these folks. So regardless of the fact that we've identified that these are North Korean hackers, and this may be, a coordinated move by Pyongyang, I don't know what else we can do. They're already sanctioned, and it's a very, very interesting thing. Anyway, look, check out BlockFi. I'm going to cut it I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I didn't get a chance to give away some Bitcoin. Just been so busy, but I want to do that. I want to keep kind of sharing with you all. Check out the store. Check out the link in the BlockFi. Check out the link below for BlockFi, and have a great weekend, guys.